Can you
Hello?
hear me?
Yes, I'm able to hear you. Yeah,
Okay. Um, so, where are you from?
I'm from India,
And what part of India are you from?
from Andhra Pradesh.
Okay.
Mm.
Don't really know, but okay.
Yeah,
Um,
okay.
are you a student or are you working now?
No, I'm a professional English teacher.
Okay, good.
Great.
And how do you like teaching?
So I'm fond of English teaching.
Okay.
And here I have some topics for you, and I
Oh,
would
sure.
discuss with you. And
Okay.
especially on behalf of Indian students, then I would like to ask a few questions.
Sure. Go ahead.
As you are a professional English teacher, and as we are taking the example, consider me, I'm an aspirant, job aspirant. If at all, if I want to face an interview, so if you are the interviewer, if I'm the interviewee, so what are the questions that you people are asking, and what are the
Um,
precautions that we have to take?
just am I hiring you to be a teacher?
Yeah, the
Okay.
teacher, or else any kind of any job, part-time, sorry, private job or software job, marketing,
Um,
finance.
I'll do an interview based on a teacher
Okay.
interview.
Okay.
Okay. Why do you want to work for this company?
Okay, that is the first question.
Hmm.
Okay, and what are the other questions that we can expect from you people?
Sure. Tell me your experience in teaching. Of
Hmm.
course, the age groups. Then the question would be, if you have a classroom with
Hmm.
some students that are not behaving well, how
Okay.
do you deal? How do you handle it? What do you do?
Okay.
That would be a question.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. Um, I've done interview. I've
Hmm.
done mock interviews so many times, but I've never thought about doing it as a teacher.
Okay.
Uh,
Sorry to interrupt you. Then shall I conduct one mock interview? Shall I
sure.
conduct mock interview?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. What's your name?
My name is Robert McKeith.
Robert. I prefer Robert.
Okay.
Okay, Robert.
Fine.
Where are you from?
I'm from. Sorry. I'm from San Jose, California, United States.
Okay. What's your age?
I am 53 years old.
Oh, that's great. So, what's your current profession?
I am a teacher, and I teach students of any age, basically the same. Sorry, I wouldn't say this in an interview, but same age range as you. And I also prep students for the IELTS exam,
Okay.
and I also do prep for students to do an interview at an embassy where they're trying to get a visa to go to the United States,
Mm-hmm.
England,
Mm-hmm.
Australia, Canada.
Mm-hmm. Okay. While you are training your students, what are the primary mistakes, especially in their pronunciation? What are the primary mistakes that you are finding?
Uh, the primary mistakes are listening mistakes. They're not usually pronunciation mistakes are easy
Okay.
to spot and easy to remedy or fix.
Hmm.
It's listening mistakes. So, for instance, if I say to a student, how are you?" They'll
Okay.
say, "I'm 9 years old,"
Oh.
and, and then I'll say, "No, I said, how are you?"
Okay. Hmm.
And then they'll say, "I'm 9," and
Hmm.
I'll say, "No, no, listen carefully. How are you? Are you
Okay.
good? Are you
Hmm.
bad? Are you okay?
Hmm.
How are you?" And then
Okay.
they will understand.
Okay. Have you ever trained an Indian students in IELTS?
Yeah,
Mm.
uh, not in IELTS.
Mm. Or through Cambly?
Yeah, through Cambly, yes. Yeah.
Okay. Mm. Is there any mistakes or is there any flaws that you found?
I would say the most common problem or
Mm.
mistake
Mm.
or flaw, it's
Mm.
all the same thing. Um, I think in the Indian language, the tendency is to speak very, very fast.
Okay.
And a lot of Indian students that I have, their English is okay, but they speak so fast. Instead of it being uh, 10 separate words, it's
Mm.
one word
Mm.
because they just blah, 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 like this.
Okay. Okay.
So I often advise students
Mm.
to slow down. You need to
Okay.
take a breath, slow down.
Okay.
Um, so, because I can understand you, but there are a lot of people that would not be able to understand you. Therefore, you need to slow your speech, your English speech down.
Okay. Yeah. What are your strengths and what are your strengths?
What are my, sorry,
Strengths.
strengths? Well, I'm very friendly. I'm very humorous.
Hmm.
I I'm very well versed. That means if I get a student that is a doctor, I can talk to them and ask them doctor questions. If I get a student that's a software engineer, I can ask them software engineering questions because I study a lot. So uh, just because I finished school 30 years ago does not mean I finished studying. I always study.
Okay. What are your hobbies?
Oh, hobbies. My hobbies
Hmm.
are swimming,
Hmm.
um, watching sports, because in the area that I live, there are no sports facilities available.
Okay.
So I watch sports on YouTube.
Hmm.
Traveling, cooking. I like to
Hmm.
cook actually.
Hmm.
Reading. I very
Hmm.
much like reading. Um, and watching movies, but I'm very particular about the movies that I like. So
Okay.
I don't watch like
Hmm.
the modern movies. I don't
Hmm.
really watch them much because
Hmm.
they're not so good to me.
Okay. Great. And what's your greatest weakness?
Um, I used to be a very shy person,
Okay.
and sometimes I would be called as a teacher to speak in front of groups of,
Hmm.
um, 100 people, from somewhere from 100 people to
Hmm.
6,000 people.
Okay.
And I used to be very shy,
Hmm.
but I learned how to overcome my shyness. So
Hmm.
that was a weakness that I had,
Hmm.
but I really don't have that weakness anymore. I could speak to 100,000 people and
Yeah.
it would
Hmm.
not bother me.
Great. Great, sir. And what is the toughest situation that you have come across in your life?
Um, in my life,
Hmm. Hmm.
or in my work life, in my life
Yeah.
or in my work.
Anything, personal life or professional life?
Um, probably probably being out of work in Tokyo
Hmm.
in around 2008.
Okay.
Um, and I was a software engineer and
Hmm.
a liaison engineer and a marketing engineer.
Okay.
And there was a crash in the computer industry, and
Oh.
that meant a lot of companies laid off a lot of people, a lot of companies closed.
Okay.
And I was in Japan at the time, so but I did not speak good Japanese.
Okay.
And so when I went to go try to find work, I couldn't find work.
Hmm.
And but I realized I could teach, and so I that's when I started teaching.
Okay. Um, if I want to offer this teaching job to you, then how much salary are you expecting?
Um, I'm expecting the high end of the going rate,
Okay.
because I have 16 years of experience of professional teaching experience. Plus, I have 6 years teaching, 4 years teaching in university, and 4 years teaching as a high school student. So I I have a lot of experience, and I've proven myself over time. I do have a teaching credential, so I would expect the high end of the going rate. So the reason I answer the question that way is because you should not talk about numbers in
Uh,
the interview.
okay.
Um, but anyway, is
Uh,
Mark?
anyhow, Mr. Robert, it was really a nice conversation with you.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Definitely.
Thank,
Then we'll get back to you.
thank you. So
Yeah, it
uh,
was good. Good.
at the
So
at the
good.
end at the end of your interview, you should ask, "Do you have any questions for me?"
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you
And
have
then,
any questions for me?
not at this time, but
Thank you. Thank you.
and then so the greatest weakness question.
Mm.
Um, you should never say anything negative about yourself. So
Yes.
I said I had this problem, but
Mm.
I overcame it. So you should never say, "Oh, I get nervous speaking in front of crowds." That's
Yes.
not a
Yes.
good thing. So
Yes. 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 But that means your weakness should not be a weakness.
yeah,
Your
exactly.
weakness must be your strength.
It is a strength, exactly.
Very good. And your hobbies are very good hobbies because it you know what it shows then how to build your physical strength. And you said you were traveling and watching movies and all these things because, and you said modern movies I don't watch. Old movies, if you are watching old movies, then you can build your English language skills and you can get something, you can learn from the movies.
Yes.
And by traveling, then you can visit number of places, then you can meet many number of new people. And by making contact with them, or else by making a conversation with them, you can you can learn something, right? That means it shows that you are a continuous learner.
Yes. That's
Such a way.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and it is all by design. And I was not joking
Yeah.
when I said I continuously learn. So
Mm.
sometimes I will ask a question to somebody that's a very high level engineer, and
Oh.
I'll ask him a specific question
Mm.
about what his specific product, and I'll say
Mm.
like, "Well, how did you know that?" And I
Mm.
say, "Because I
Mm.
study everything."
Okay.
Um,
Mm.
but yeah,
And in the middle of your speech, you are using kind of sounds, right? So is it acceptable? Is it
it's
acceptable?
not. It's not. I should definitely learn to cut that out because uh
Okay.
and
Hmm.
are not acceptable actually.
Not acceptable. Then we should avoid it while speaking, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Uh,
I wasn't
uh,
aware that I was doing it, but it's good to have an observer tell me that I was doing it.
okay. Great. Great. If you have any questions, you can ask me.
Okay. Well, we just have about 30 seconds left. So
Okay.
if you
Uh,
have any questions, you can ask me.
thank you. It was really a great conversation with you.
Okay, sure. I will. All right.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Nice talking to you. All right. Bye bye.